Hey, Kelly. Well, Pfizer and its German partner BioNTech yesterday becoming the second companies to kick off the last stage of clinical trials of COVID-19 vaccines before they potentially seek regulatory approval. They're going to enroll up to 30,000 participants in this trial, which started yesterday in the United States, but will include 120 sites globally. And they say if all goes well, they could be seeking regulatory review as soon as October. So joining us now to talk about that and more is the CEO of Pfizer, Albert Bourla. Albert, thanks for being with us. I want to start on that timeline question because the timelines you've put out there are faster than anybody else in the field right now. And I want you to just walk us through, if you could, how you get to applying for approval as soon as October, or as you guys said on the call this morning, perhaps even September. If the first participants were just dosed yesterday and they have to get another shot in 3 weeks, that means you're only following them for about a month, right, before you apply for approval? Just help us understand.
Thank you, Megan. What a great day was yesterday when two companies started phase 3 studies, because I wish that a lot of companies will be able to have an effort to bring a vaccine, because it's much needed. Our estimations are real, and of course it's difficult to execute, but we have a very, very long experience in executing these long studies. You need to have a meticulous execution to be able to deliver these results. We are going to involve all up to 120 sites, as you said, and we expect that we will vaccinate approximately by the end of August already the vast majority of the 30,000 patients. We have positioned the sites in areas that they have severe disease. And then we model how many cases based on Johns Hopkins database and the CDC's also database on the disease rate in the specific site. Because what we do is we will vaccinate people and we'll wait to see if they will come with diseases. We believe that with normal efficacy of the vaccine, we will have results, enough events to demonstrate statistical significant difference by the end of September, beginning of October. The more efficacious the vaccine is, that could come even earlier.
Well, help us understand what marker Pfizer is looking for in terms of the efficacy and seeing that this vaccine works that would give you confidence in filing for that regulatory approval. Is it the FDA's guidance of reducing infections by at least half?
Absolutely. We are following all the guidelines of the FDA, and we have a series of primary and secondary endpoints. But the two primary endpoints, it is to see if we reduce the disease, and we will measure the disease not only by clinical examination, but also by laboratory tests that we will perform in hospitals for each of the patients that will diseased. And the secondary endpoint will be, that's the first primary endpoint for people that never diseased, but also we'll check for people that diseased and to see if we can block the recurrence of the disease to this population. And of course, there are multiple other secondary endpoints.
Well, as people are watching these timelines that are faster than anything we've seen before in history, many are concerned about the speed and the ability to ensure safety. What guarantees can you give that in that amount of time, you know that this vaccine is safe?
Look, we are going to cut zero corners, and the FDA has set very high the bar. And as long as we all follow the FDA bar, and we all are subject to approval by the staff of FDA, that they know very well these situations, I think that we can all feel comfortable, and of course other countries. I feel that we can all feel comfortable that we have a vaccine that is safe and effective.
It's Kelly here back in studio, Albert, and again, thank you very, very much for joining us. One more question on this timeline. Of course, the whole world is following it very closely. I know you guys have said you're targeting an October approval for this vaccine, but the CDC is saying they want 6 months of efficacy, of safety data. So if you're only starting now, won't that push you past the end of the year?
Yeah, you're right, but keep in mind that we have started back in end of April, beginning of May, and they are monitoring those patients. And then we will submit all the data that we have at the October, including the follow-up of those patients. And we will continue following our patients for safety or any other reasons, also to see how durable the response will be for up to 2 years after the vaccination. So in October, we'll have enough data, I believe, so that FDA can make their mind about providing approval,
Got it.
authorization, or etc.